Go.
Okay, welcome all to 2012 Passover. This is so exciting to have you all here. And I would like to just, Rena, why don't you come over here for a second? I am just so excited about these shoes. I thought that we should start out by looking at these shoes. Look at those shoes. She wore her special Passover shoes. So tonight our special guest, who's always going to be here, but has always been part of it, is Oompa right here. And he's going to take it away.
Well, it's going to be a team effort. And as you know, when the Israelites left Egypt, they left in haste. Well, this Seder was put together in haste.
And that will be obvious.
You could say that again.
And so, it'll have its own character, but it'll be wonderful. And this is the Rouse Shaw family Seder, carrying on a tradition that started 3,000 years ago, and is alive still today, not just here, but throughout the world, among Jewish people. And as you will find out later, it is still being carried on with its direct descendant, which is the Catholic Mass, came straight out of this Seder. So it is a central way that we have found to thank God for all the blessings that we have. Our family, our friends, the beautiful spring weather, and to remember our heritage, which is those people who escaped from slavery, and to all the many others who are still in slavery throughout the world looking for freedom. I think the Arab Spring in its crazy way is still part of the game of people seeking freedom. So we're gathered here tonight, and we're going to reenact some of the great things that showed God's favor for all of us. The blessings that we all enjoy, each other most of all, but also our prosperity, the peace that we can live in, and our family and friends and neighbors. That is so valuable. Okay, so,
Alrighty.
now it begins it usually begins on Sabbath evening, and that would have been last night, but this is still the Sabbath until sunset. And in my household, every Friday night, every Sabbath night, the mother bless the family and bless everything that we have that we enjoy. Which tonight will be a meal. And so the mother, who is now the mother of our family right here, is going to be Kate, and she'll just light the candle as a recognition.
All right, give me that little bug.
I'm still getting used to this being a mother.
I can say that prayer wash.
Am I really?
Light it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Light it. I think I know.
Oh, really? By heart?
No, it's not. It's just a
Nani knows the very
Libra, watch Mama.
knows the very prayer that is said on this night as the candle is lit.
Okay.
And so
We praise you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by your commandments and has commanded we kindle these festival lights.
Wow.
okay, is it lit?
Yeah.
Okay, just
I don't know. Will it sit in here?
Yeah, is there too?
We can put it up here.
I think Victoria will need to drip some
It's too.
wax.
Yeah. No. It's.
Here, let's just do this. Why don't we
Is that-
drip it here? I'm just going to drip a little wax on here.
Oh, okay.
Not over the carpet.
okay.
Yeah. Now.
And that really represents the fact that we are all united as a family, and that we are blessed with all the good things that we have. Okay, just set it up where you can see it. That'll be our menorah. That's a new, modern, stripped-down menorah into one candle.
Maybe you put the thing down first, though.
That's a great idea.
Okay, Val, what is our next thing?
Okay, so the next thing is the story of Joseph in family history.
Now, the history that we start with begins with actually Abraham. And you will hear about the family tree that we all descend from centuries and centuries ago.
Centuries are years.
There was Isaac, who was the son of Abraham, who is the father of all Christians and Jews. Isaac's son and his sons were living in Israel, and actually in the land called Ur in those days, and they experienced a famine. And they saw that in Egypt, then what was it, the Egyptian Empire, they saw that there was abundance and there was grain and there was food to eat. And so Isaac sent his sons, a group of his sons, including one particular son, Joseph, who went together to go to Egypt to see if they could get some food and find a place for the starving people in their family. And along the way, Joseph wore a beautiful coat of multi colors. And I guess we should...
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Pinto and Rena, are you ready
Are you ready?
for your first? Hop up.
You're going to
Okay,
play
how about
Joseph.
hop the
Come on up. Okay. So I don't know what. So Joseph had some very good fashion sense. And he had the most colorful outfit. I'm going to put this on Rena. Of them all.
Oh, wow. What is
All right, Pino, you ready?
Joseph and his friend Rena were clothed in this beautiful cloak, and Joseph's brothers were jealous.
You know why they were jealous?
How is it that Joseph received this wonderful, beautiful coat of many colors?
And who wouldn't be jealous of these outfits?
Yes. This
Wow.
Why don't you walk up and down the runway? Rena, walk over to Yoriko, turn around, and come back. Wait a second. You gotta walk like a you gotta like... Alright, take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. There we go.
Now you
Very good, turn around.
back.
You turn around and you go back.
So, may I have that in here for you? So, alright,
Okay, now you gotta be really
one of the things about Passover is that it's so important. It's all about family and about the Jews and where they came from and how we become family. And the way that we become family is different people come together and they have kids, and then other people come together, and then the kids get together, and then they have kids, and then their kids get together, and they have kids. You're right. Okay, so I have, who wants to do their family tree? All right, do you know what a family tree is? What's a family tree? Oh, you don't know what a family tree is? A family tree maps out who you are, who your parents are, and who your grandparents are. And if we made the biggest family tree ever, we would get all the way back to Abraham and Isaac and Joseph. That's right. So, I'm going to read for you. I'm going to hand out these yellow things. And, okay, Pinto. Yes. This says Pinto, and this says towns. Pinto, and hang on a second, and Rena. This says Rena, and we'll put Roshan's away. So I want you to put your guys' fruit on the very bottom of the tree. So Rena, you pick a spot. Okay, Pinto, you pick a spot too. And you get to put 2 down. You get to put 1 down for you and 1 for little bro.
Now what is happening, of course, is we're tracing the lineage all the way from Abraham to Isaac to Joseph, until we finally reach Rena and Silas.
Okay.
And we're going to trace the families. Now there's equivalents of the grandparents of Abraham and Sarah, Nani and Umpa. And then the Isaac and his wife Rebecca are represented by
Hey, Joe.
Dob and Kate. And then Joseph and the other children are represented by these our children right here.
Okay, so who we got on the board now is we have so Pinto and Rena. Can you tell me why you put Yoriko and Ari right there? Why? Who are they?
My parents.
That's right. And Pinto, where'd you put Kate and Dove? Yeah, right above here. Why don't we do this? Why don't we put us right above you and Towns? Because that way it looks like. Okay, now we have the next layer. Who comes after Mama and Papa?
Grandparents.
Yes. And let's see. Okay, so here we go. So Pinto, I'm gonna put Pinto's over here. Wait, Marlena, is Marlena? Who's Marlena? Some of these are from Roshan, so I have
Yeah,
to.
so just separate the ones you don't.
I think Mitsu is from.
Yeah.
That's from
Mitsue.
that's
Roshan.
Mina's grandma.
Yep.
Mitsue.
Bob, Sally.
Baba.
Pat is not here. Dennis, that's Mina. Mary, no.
Mary's me.
Oh, Mary and Rob, that's
Mary
right.
and Rob.
Aviva and Izo? That's
So
right.
that's Mina's grandpa.
Wait, what's your mother's name?
Mitsue.
So you
Mitsue.
had
Oh,
it,
yeah.
Yeah. So Mitsue
Okay.
and Eizo.
It's on your shirt.
And wait a second, David and Aviva. Okay,
David and
okay.
Aviva. Yeah.
Got a little mango.
Oh wait, Jen, who are your?
Mary and
Oh,
Rob.
that's right. Okay. So, Pinto, can you hand these to Chicory?
Yes, ma'am.
Rena, here's David and Aviva. Wait a second. These are for you. And on this hand, we have Izo and Mitsue. And Pinto,
Thank you.
here's Oompa. This is. Do you know what her name is?
Sally.
That's right. And what's his name?
Oompa.
And also known as Bob. Now wait a second, you hold them, and I want you to put those above Pinto. They gave birth to me and Kate, and oh wait, here's Nancy and Chuck. Nancy and Chuck gave birth to Kate, and Bob and Sally gave birth to me. So why don't you put, that's right, good job. Here, put these are the Oompas and Nani's generation, so see if you can put those above. And Chicory, you gotta get your family up here too.
りーちゃん貼れなかったらそれ他のとこに戻してもいい。手伝おうかりな。
So I'm gonna put Pinto, I'm gonna put Nani and Oompa above Dov, and then Chuck and Nancy go above Kate, because do you know that you know who Chuck and Nancy are, Pinto?
He's down. He's down. He's down. He's gonna get right back up.
With that outfit.
Pinto, do you know who Chuck, Nancy, and Chuck are? Those are Kate's parents. They're also your Nani and Oompa. Okay, go for it. Okay, you know what? Next time we have to put this at an angle so that they see.
There's going to be a short quiz after this.
Yeah,
to make
seriously.
sure
That's
that
right.
you have traced the right.
I got a big family.
You do seem to know.
I'm gonna start writing down my favorite quotes now.
Put it on very gently. Okay, good. See if you can get all of your grandparents up there. That's right. So that's Mitsue. That goes above Yo-Yo.
Can I take off this?
Sure, maybe you can get
Here, come on.
Nani to help
So
you.
you kind of sound
Aviva goes above Ari.
Okay.
And
So it doesn't
David
break.
goes above Aviva, or right
Good
next
job.
to
You
Aviva.
did a great job being Joseph.
Yeah.
Good work.
Put David
High
next to
five.
Aviva.
You getting hungry?
So bring it
right.
over to me.
And put
Bring me
Izo.
here.
Can you
next
carry
to-
it like that? Oh, so gently up from the top. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Okay, look at our family tree.
Bravo!
Here's the kiddos, here's the mamas and papas, and here's the Oompas and Nanis. Or what do you guys call
Gigi and Baba.
Gigi's and Babas?
Grandpas and grandmas.
Saba and Safta.
That's right, everybody's got a different name for their, well, not everybody, but Oompas and Nanis, different things. Okay, so,
Okay, well, we haven't quite finished the story of
no, we haven't. You know what we were going to do next? We're going to talk about we're going to do the kids.
Okay, now,
Or we can do each other.
well, then we'll just finish it quickly.
Okay, yeah.
So the eldest brothers, because they really love the kind of thing that Rena is now taking off,
Gentle.
threw Joseph right into a pit
Rina.
and left him for wild animals to eat him up.
Pinto, that's horrible.
But somebody came along and let him out of the pit, And he struggled on and went to Egypt all by himself.
Who is this again?
Joseph.
Joseph.
And he was promptly found guilty of a crime, which was a put-up. And he was thrown into jail. And he had a special gift, and that is to interpret dreams and give meaning to the dreams that people had. Pharaoh had a very serious dream, and he saw 7 fat cattle, and then they disappeared, and they were replaced by 7 cattle that were starving. And he said he was very disturbed by the dream, and Joseph said, I think I know what it means. And so Pharaoh, good Pharaoh, called him up. Pharaoh, say Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Want to say Pharaoh? Pharaoh was the king of Egypt, and he was a good man. And when he told this story to Joseph, Joseph said, I will tell you what your dream meant. It meant that you have 7 fat years, good years, during which there will be great harvests, and you can preserve those harvests in your storage houses. And then you will be followed by 7 lean years, the scrawny cattle, and you will be able to live through it because you will have saved the money. And he was so impressed with Joseph's understanding of things that he made him the chief steward of all of Egypt, and he became famous. Later, the starving brothers who had abandoned him in the pit came to him and said, Great steward of Egypt, could you spare us some food? And he said, you are my brothers. I know what you did. And they begged for mercy. He said, not only will I give you mercy, I will give you love. And I will take you and your family and all your people into Egypt. And they came there where the fat years were, and they lived and prospered, and the people of Israel grew into a whole nation inside of Egypt.
Yep.
That's fun.
Alrighty. So next comes community song. I think we're going to skip right now because. But next comes, I need a little bit of help from Rena and from Pinto. And, okay, so Rena, can you...
Now we're preparing for a ritual dinner. The Seder is divided into 3 parts. The first part is a ritual meal. The second part is a real meal. And the third part is a thanksgiving for all that we have received, including the meal. So what we are doing now is doing the first steps into the ritual meal. That means that you need to be cleansed and purified before you enter into a holy meal like this one. And so the children will come and they will wash your hands so that you're clean. And each of you will be given a flower as representing spring, which is part of the story of the Passover, that it takes place in spring when the first growth comes out of the earth. So,
Boy, this is all beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
here comes the hand
Very
washing.
much.
Okay, everybody's got to wash their hands before we eat.
Thank you.
Pinto, hey Pinto, what do we do before we eat? What do we do before we wash our hands? So can you hand that to Ari?
Wash
I
Uncle
think
Joe's
he's...
hands. Okay.
Okay, hey Pinto,
Can I borrow that for Townsy?
Pinto, can you bring that over to Jose?
What about Rena? I mean, what about...
Yoriko.
Yo-yo? Maybe after
I'll
Joe.
just follow.
Thank you.
I feel good.
Pinto,
Wash your hands. Thank
give
you,
that,
Rena.
give that to Joe.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now...
Right.
Thank you,
Wait,
Rena.
what comes next?
Now we are all cleansed and purified, and we're going to be reminded of the springtime
Here, I'll take
by
it,
these
David.
beautiful flowers that are going to be given out to everybody as
So-
soon as you finish scratching.
So Rena and Pinto.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 4. And Pinto, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to give 1 flower to each person here. And give it to whomever you like.
ありがとう。
Thank you, Rena.
And the reason we're handing out flowers.
Oh,
Are you okay, fellas?
Okay, Bubba?
Are you okay?
Thanks. Are you okay?
Bob, you want to tell them about the reason we're handing out flowers?
I hear
thank
we
you.
did.
And now Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe needs
And
a
Uncle
flower.
Joe.
I
And
need
did
one.
Honey get a flower?
Yeah, we all do.
Okay,
Okay, here. Bye. Why do we all have a flower tonight?
yes. So it is springtime. And if you will come back,
That is yours.
Thank you. Okay, now next we have some parsley and water to go with our flower.
okay. Now, parsley represents the very first
You
growth
keep it at your home.
that would occur in the Middle East.
Can I have?
And the salt water is not a symbol, simply it's salt water. It's just a condiment.
Why do you want this?
Well, wait a second. Isn't it tears? Isn't it saltwater tears?
Well, meaning the blessings of the
My
garden.
life is broken. However, hers is your life is broken.
Wait, hang on a second. I have to go there. Sorry.
And you could sing along.
We don't need cat stevens.
Oh, yes, we do.
What? You sound pretty good.
Wait till Dad chimes in.
Hang on a second.
Oh, we're not watching the video. That's good, because he's distracting.
No, what? I want to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie.
Dad, make sure the
Sweetie,
towns.
if he pulled this, it would be really horrible.
Oh,
You mean the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Video.
We should totally get down.
Oh, here it goes.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for the spring, fresh from the bird. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the garden, sprung in completeness where this we pass.
Sounds Cat Stevens. Your TV.
Yeah, that's
Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one night, eating salt plain. Praising
Oh, can I? Huh? I can take the whole thing. As recreation of
the new day.
You too.
Morning has broken
like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird.
praise for the singing,
Hey, get your big body out of my way.
Praise for the spring, fresh from the word.
nature of the morning, the garden, the sweetness that comes. And the next thing is okay. Now, we are also here to remember, of course, the Exodus, and the Exodus is characterized most familiarly by the matzah.
Where did he go?
And there are 3 ceremonial matzahs, and one is separated from the others and hidden.
Alrighty.
It's called the afikoman. And in the ancient days, what was separated was some of the flesh of the lamb. And it is a very important symbol which today is understood when Jesus said about the matzah, he said, "This is my body." It made more sense when he understood because he was the sacrificial lamb. So that one matzah is hidden, and ordinarily it is hidden away by the adults, and the children have to go find it at the end of the Passover. But instead, they have decided to hide it themselves. And the adults are going to have to find it afterward.
Interesting.
So.
But we're all gonna eat it.
No,
Sounds good to me, Pito.
I'm going to give.
Here, you hop up and go get the foot.
One piece, and I'm going to give Silas the other piece, and you have to go hide it so that we don't see where it is.
Everyone,
Out
close
of
your
this
eyes.
room.
Okay, we're gonna close our eyes. Tell us, Pito, when we can open up our eyes
Don't
again.
tell us where it is.
I'm not looking.
You hit yours already? Good boy.
Pito, that was so. Wow, that was so fast.
Good, thank you.
How did you get it so quickly?
Good job. I want to hear.
Hey, Ari,
And
do you know the 4 questions? Can you do it like by heart?
Why
Okay, then how about that?
is this different from the other night? Right? Rena, you can say that, the first one. The 4 questions.
okay, now at this point, the children are wondering what is this unusual night, and the youngest child there, ordinarily who is bar mitzvah, meaning a son or a daughter of the law, would ask the head of the family, what is going on in the form of 4 questions. And
What's going
you're going to
on?
hear Ari tell us those questions in Hebrew, and then say the question in English for the children, the youngest ones here, to ask those questions of the head of
No,
the
I
table.
never, ever,
Hey,
ever,
Pinto.
ever.
Okay,
Here we go,
so
then read again.
What?
can you see that, Ari?
No, I need to stand here and see it.
Okay.
I see it well.
That's-
Yes, very good.
That was yeah.
That's all I know.
Okay, that was the first one. But Ari, why don't you translate the Pinto via ventriloquist?
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Say that, Rena and Tita and Pinto.
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Very good. Okay, now he'll answer the second question. All right.
Okay, sorry, I just
It's not very
really nice. You know what? I think we just did the first one, and we're good. Why don't you just read the questions in English,
Okay.
unless you can remember them in Hebrew?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. So, on all other nights, we eat
Yeah, let's see what
leavened bread or matzah. Why on this night do we only eat matzah? Why do we only eat matzah? Who's going to say that?
Pinto. Arena, who wants to say the next one? You want to give it a shot?
Okay, why do we only eat matzah? Can you say that?
Why do we only eat matzah? Why do we only eat?
Why don't you go stand near Ari and say
Yeah,
it?
why don't you go stand by
Let's
Ari?
take it from the top.
Yeah.
Take it from the top, this time with feeling. Ari, read the first one.
Why on this, all other nights we eat leavened bread or matzah? Why tonight we only eat matzah?
Okay, you say it first.
Why tonight we only eat matzah?
Good
Why
God.
tonight we only eat matzah?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Who's gonna answer it?
We answer all 4 questions at once at the end.
Okay, so let's hit the next question.
Next question. On all other nights we eat all kinds of herbs. Why on this night only bitter herbs?
Why is this night only eat herbs?
Bitter herbs.
Bitter herbs, not sweet ones or.
And Rena, you want to?
Why only tonight we eat bitter herbs?
That is a great question.
Good.
Hey, do you have any more questions?
Another
I think there's another 2 questions that you might ask.
All other nights we don't dip our herbs at all. Why do we dip them twice tonight?
Why do we eat them twice?
All other nights we eat in an ordinary manner. Why tonight in this special ceremony?
Why do we eat only special ceremony?
Why tonight do we wear our Spider-Man outfit during dinner?
Because we just wanted it.
Okay, that's a good answer. Rena, do you have a question?
Special ceremony? Why special ceremony?
I want to get flowers because why do we get flowers tonight?
That's a good question too.
Wow.
That's terrific.
Peter, do you have any other questions?
All right, the answer is given by the head of the table. He says because tonight is different.
I'm gonna sit over here, Bart. You can say
It's not like every other night. Tonight we're remembering all that has gone before us, the sufferings of our families and our ancient families, and all the blessings that we have. So we are specially remembering the past and being grateful for what we have in the present. Okay, so that's
Okay, there's all the questions.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter.
Next comes the story of the oppression.
okay.
Bad Pharaoh. Okay, so wait a second. Before we start the story of the oppression, there's going to be I need a lot of help from Rena and Pinto and from Towns. So we're gonna. You tell me when you want me to float.
Well, we're not ready yet.
Yeah, right.
Let's set the scene.
I know what
Okay. Now, you remember that Joseph brought his family and all of the tribes that he was part of, the Israelites, and they stayed in Egypt, they prospered, they multiplied, and they became, so to speak, a nation within a nation. And along came a bad Pharaoh. And he looked down and he said, who are these Israelites who are growing so strong in this nation? We fear them, and we must do something about it. And he took that whole tribe of Israel and made them slaves, put them to work. And they built the great pyramids and cities of Egypt, but they did it in a horrible way. They were tortured as slaves, they were beaten, and they cried to the Lord and said, will you save me? And for 400 years, they were served as slaves in Egypt. So, along came a young boy who had been found in a river by an Israelite mother, but he floated down the river and they found him, and his name was Moses. And this Jewish child grew up in the Egyptian royal household and became a great prince.
Can I butt in here for a second? I feel like I need a visual aid for how did Moses get into Pharaoh's house, Kate? I was thinking that maybe we could demonstrate how Moses infiltrated Pharaoh's.
Moses is
Pharaoh's.
willing.
I was thinking that we could float Towns down the River Nile in that big beanbag, and then he could be picked up by one of.
Let's try it. Let's see if you're amenable.
Okay, here we go. Here's Moses.
Here's Moses. Here comes Moses.
Is that coming?
Now here comes Moses floating down the aisle,
Oh, yeah.
down the river.
Pizza, look at. Oh, that looks like fun. I want to float down the aisle. What's going to happen? Who found him? Let's go check out Moses.
Gentle.
Well,
And then he landed.
all right.
Okay, carry back. There he is.
Now,
And who found him?
Pharaoh's wife found him.
Pharaoh's wife.
And-
Oh,
and
baby.
he
I
had
feel
red
you.
hair.
Look, I found a little orange-haired
He
kid.
became famous for his red hair and his beard. At the moment,
Guido.
anyway, and he was often found upside down in Pharaoh's house. Okay, so Moses
Hey, Mom, do you have those washcloths? I just go through.
Moses objected to seeing the humiliation of the Jewish slaves, and he was found guilty. He killed a guard and he fled into the mountains. And there he saw a burning bush, and God said to him, "Tell Pharaoh to let my people go."
Let my people go.
For a song. So
Time for a song.
bad Pharaoh said, "Absolutely not. They are my slaves and they will stay in Egypt." So Moses said, I will bring upon you great plagues. But first, listen to what I said. I think we should.
Yeah, let's sing a song.
Where's
Okay, do you have the song sheet still?
Yes. Can you listen and tell me if you know who this is singing?
Louis.
When you start hearing.
That's right. Saxmo.
Pinto was gonna guess. Go down
I don't think we have the right song.
Oh yes, come on, sing it.
Yeah.
That's Moses played a trumpet in those days.
Oh, he's gonna sing. He's gonna sing. He'll sing. Don't worry about it.
Is this Saxmo?
That's right.
Hey, Pinto. That's
Can you hear me,
my
Mom?
Cheerio.
Oh, here he is. Yeah.
Listen, listen. Look at his voice.
Beautiful.
This is the wrong song.
Oh, really? Oh, you're
Wrong.
right.
I was like, you're not going down to Moses right now. This is the wrong
That
one.
comes later.
That's all. Yeah,
There we go. Sorry.
I have that.
Let my people go.
Now sing it.
All right, who can clap?
I can clap.
Let my people go.
Press so hard they could not stand.
Let my people go. Here we go. Go down, Moses. Way down in Egypt's land.
Pharaoh, ready.
Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. Go down, Moses. Way down in Egypt's land. What are you gonna tell them? Let my people go. Yeah, it's the best. Let my people go.
If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead.
Let my people go.
God said,
Moses, lay down Egypt's land. To let my people go.
リナリナ気をつけて。それコンピューター落ちてきちゃうから。
Okay, and so,
And Moses went down and hit my head.
so what Moses said to Pharaoh, if you do not let my people go, God will bring upon you many plagues. And let's talk about each of the plagues.
Yeah, okay, so I need some help with the plagues. Little bro, hang on a second.
Can I take this plague away from you?
Yeah, take this plague. Okay,
He's tired, isn't he?
who wants to do the first plague? Okay, and then you get to do the second one. Actually, you know what? You can both do the first plague. The first plague was blood, also known as dam. Okay, so I want you to take a big fistful of dam. Big fistful of blood.
Sounds want some.
Libero. Okay, grab one and take your hand out. Libero. And now spread the blood all over the land.
Wow.
You got it. You got it.
Oh. Okay, what comes next?
Throw it out.
Frogs.
Throw it.
Plague number
Throw it over you my
2.
way. Throw it.
Plague number 2 is frogs. Peter, come get a fistful of frogs. And Rena?
Want to get some more? Do you want to get some too? You want some too? Okay, good.
Wow.
All the frogs.
Town's pretty bad. A frog or two. Okay, next, what comes next is lice. That's horrible.
Gross.
Lice, do you know what lice are? They get in your hair.
It's making my head itch. It's making my head
I
itch.
know it's making my head itch just
There's
thinking
little
about
bugs.
lice.
There's little bugs that go in your head.
Get those bugs and spread them all over the land. Good job.
TJ, remember when you talked about ticks? Lice are kind of like ticks. They bury
Okay.
Get in your
burrow
head and they
into
itch
your
and they
hair.
itch and they itch and they
Okay,
itch.
now swarms come.
All these terrible plagues that afflicted the
Oh, you know
people
what? The
of
swarms are
Egypt.
gone. Forget about the swarms. What comes next is blight.
Where's the blight?
Right in here. Oh, these are the swarms and the blight, let's say.
Swarms and the blight.
A little bit of blight
Swarms and
is
the
all we
blight.
need.
Okay.
Take it and go. Spread it all over the land.
Whoa! Right
nice
all over the
blight.
land.
Oh no! Next come boils.
Cow disease?
Boils. Oh, golly.
Boils are big, like sores, pussy sores that come all over your body. It's horrible.
It's gross. It's like a
Get them all over there. Get it out there.
It's like a mosquito bite that
Oh,
gets bigger, like 100 times
oh,
bigger, and then opens up and has stuff in it.
Oh, here's the blight. I found the blight. Quick, take some blight. Get some blight.
Need some
Throw
blood.
it all over the land.
Gross. So gross.
Throw the blight. Throw the blight.
Oh, next comes the hail. The hail comes down. You know what hail is? It's ice. Like what's hail? I know it's blue ice that's coming down from the sky.
Oh, hail all over.
Next Grasshoppers! They're hopping all over the place.
Wow.
Brown grasshoppers.
Good one, Town.
Oh, you know what happens next? You know what happens next?
Rapid and extensive discoloration, wilting, and death of plant tissue.
Darkness. Darkness. Was that light?
Oh, look, darkness.
Yeah.
Good one.
Rena, look, it's black. It's dark as night.
Oh,
Night
it's
everywhere.
Black. Oh, oh.
We like dark.
Throw it.
We like the darkness because
Throw
it's easier
it.
to find in the dark.
Okay, you guys. All of those horrible things got spread all over Egypt, but still, would Pharaoh let the Jews go?
No.
No. So
Oh.
here comes the doozy, Pinto.
Yeah, you got
Here,
it.
come here,
Right.
quick.
Okay, so God finally
Which one do you
said,
want?
I will
You get to pick. You
send
Rena,
an
you want
angel
this
of
one or
death
you want this one?
into Egypt,
Okay, here.
and I will take the firstborn of every household. But to the Jewish people he said, I have heard your suffering. And he said, each family should take a lamb, a spotless lamb, and sacrifice it, and take his blood, and put it over the door. And I will pass over the land of Egypt, and spare the houses where the blood of the lamb is found. So here comes the angels of death.
You have to wave this all over the land. It's death, Pinto.
Go with me, let me go. Let my people go. Let my people
But Pharaoh's own son was not spared. And when his dead son was brought to him, the prince of Egypt, he summoned Moses and Aaron and said, Moses and Aaron, take your people and go. And he said, and when you go, say a blessing to your Lord for me. And the people by the hundreds of thousands, the scripture says 400,000 men, women didn't count really, but along with, were all picked up in the night. And they were told to each family to slay a lamb and to eat, after spreading the blood, to eat the flesh of the lamb and get up and make some bread. They didn't have time for the bread to rise, and so they made a flat bread called matzah. And they took that bread and the flesh that they had, and they got up and left the land of Egypt and started the great exodus that is recorded in the Bible. Into the desert they went.
But in order to get to the desert, they had to cross the Big Red Sea, didn't they?
Right. And so they came to the Red Sea. Now,
Here we have the Red Sea. Look at this. Actually, we have the pink and fuchsia sea.
yes, and so there's the Red Sea, and they
Rena,
said,
how are you
how
going to get
can
across?
we get across? And the Egyptian soldiers were coming after them, and saying, these slaves. And so Moses said, Lord, what shall I do? And he said, stretch your hands over the sea, and it will part, and you will be able to pass through it. So you guys
Go, Rena.
go right through it.
Pinto, get through there. Go through the Red Sea. Don't touch it.
But
It's the
when
pink
the
and fuchsia
Egyptian
sea.
soldiers came and
then
tried
it
to
crashed.
follow, the
It
sea
closed
came
up behind
back
them, Pinto.
and drowned them. And off they went into the desert, and the beginning of...
really were not.
Okay, now no more angels of death.
Okay.
Now,
Angels of Death. Here, let's get those
Baby's
off.
right behind you.
Pinto.
Here.
All right, hang on a second. Good job.
all
Good
right.
job, my little angels of death.
Now, eventually they got tired of wandering in the desert, because they spent 40 years wandering in the desert.
40 years?
Yes.
40 years?
40
I'm
years.
40 years old.
Who can
That's
count
my
to 40?
whole life I would have been in
And
the
if you
desert.
had been in the desert the whole time, you just hate it.
It gets
And
hot.
so,
Burnt and
so the people, they revolted against Moses. Moses went up a mountain, Mount Horeb, to pray and to speak to God and find out what to do. And the people took all their rings and their gold and their earrings and so forth and their bracelets and melted it down and made a golden calf and they worshipped it. And
Golden calf.
meanwhile,
Terrible.
God spoke
Rena,
to
Rena.
Moses and engraved on stone tablets
Okay.
commandments for them to follow the law. And here they
Hold
are.
them up. What are the 10 Commandments? Mama, you want to read those?
Can I help you read them, you guys? Okay, so face it to me.
Right here, Peter, come over here and face the camera. And then Mama's going to read them.
Hand under is the magic word. Number 3, use both hands when drinking. Number 4, your bottom must be on the chair or else no more food. Number 5, no throwing balls in the house.
No, picking your nose is one.
Number
Just
6,
kidding.
Number 6, flush. Number 7, hands are for hugging, not for shoving. Number 8, look left, right, and then left again before crossing the street. Number 9 is take a nap, which you never do anymore. And then 10, you can't go naked to school, you have to wear your spider.
Now, if you did all those 10 things, you would be a friend of the Lord. Everybody would love you, especially your parents.
Yeah.
But so far, it's been kind of a mixed bag, is what I understand. Anyway,
Diane is next.
Moses in anger broke the tablets and
I'm holding them.
slayed and killed the people who made the golden calf. And on they went into the promised land.
Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty, so next we're going to sing a song called Dianu.
All right.
All right.
This was, after all these miracles in the desert, the manna from heaven and the water from the rock and the tablets of the law and the Red Sea and all of that. So
what does Dianu mean? It's Hebrew for even that would have been enough. And so the Jews sat around and they thought about all of the things, all of the things that they were grateful for, and they made a song about it. Who would like to sing a song about how grateful they are for the things that we've got?
Me.
I would. Let's sing a song. Had he led us out of Egypt and not divided the sea for us, Dianu.
Dianu.
Okay, she's gonna, next time she comes up on the screen, we all gotta sing along with her. Had he led us out of Egypt and not divided the sea for us? Whoa. Had he divided the sea for us? You read it, kid.
But not permitted us to cross on dry land. Dianu. Had he permitted us to cross the sea on dry land and not sustained us for 40 years in the desert.
You ready? Here comes the big one. Oh wait, sorry.
Had he sustained us for 40 years in the desert and not fed us with manna.
From heaven.
Had he fed us with manna and not ordained the Sabbath.
I got it.
New driver. Had he ordained the Sabbath and not brought us to Mount Sinai. Had he brought us to Mount Sinai and not given us the Torah. Had he given us the Torah and not led us into the land of Israel. Had he led us into the land of Israel and not built for us the temple. Yay, Mary Brown. Had he built for us the temple and not sent us prophets
ready,
of
bro?
truth. Had he sent us prophets of truth and not made us a holy people.
By the way, now I know why recording artists take so long to do their albums. I mean, I should have known that since I've done so many albums. I should have known. But you know, without my backup crew and stuff, it's harder.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, who does all the mixing and stuff.
Okay, so we're done.
Okay, so what's the next thing on our agenda?
That's a great question. Okay, I think it's the symbols of Passover.
Okay, here, I'll do the real quick.
And then we get to eat pito. If you'd like, and Rena, we could build a temple and then destroy it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What's a temple? Let's build one and find out. It's a big
Now,
castle.
there's a lot of symbolism to this meal. The first symbol is called pesach.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow, what a head.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Pushed on the wrong part of the chair.
That's one symbolism.
Right. Is the pesach, this is symbolized by this bone of the shank bone. And the pesach means the sacrificed lamb, the body of the sacrificed lamb. The second symbol is the matzah, which reminds us of the haste with which the people in Israel had to prepare their last meal in Egypt, and they baked it unleavened, and so this unleavened bread is what it is. This is the spring that we all ate, the little symbol of a first spring growth. This is a radish, looks like a radish, but what it is really is moror, which is a bitter herb. And it reminds us of the bitterness of slavery that our ancestors had to suffer. And finally, there was, which I will not pick up, but a really delicious harosis, which symbolizes the mortar with which the Egyptians forced the Jews to build their cities. And that is significant because they wouldn't let them use straw, which binds, so they had to work twice as hard to do it. So these are
egg? Did you do the egg?
Huh?
Did you do the egg?
The egg was not one of the symbols mentioned, and I don't know what it's here for, but they're very good.
It's fertility, right? Isn't it?
So
fertility.
now
The Jews.
Now what's next?
Well, we make our little sandwich and then we eat it and then we have dinner.
That's at the table.
Okay. Time to eat.
All right.
And so